Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our first Wednesday Wisdom. This week, I've been thinking a little bit about the idea of change. Change is everywhere. It's one of those great certainties of life. Yet, for many of us, change can make us feel uncomfortable. It fills us with worry and about what it will mean for our daily lives. For others, change doesn't seem to bother them. They embrace it with both hands and they jump straight in. I personally find myself in the middle of those two feelings. On one hand, I love the new opportunities and exploring new ways of doing things. Yet on the other, I dislike the uncertainty of what is to come, and I will spend hours worrying about what the change will bring and what that will look like. But one of the biggest changes I love is to see the change that God makes in the lives of each and every one of you through our programs, through our weekends spent away together on youth weekends, or even on cold walks around the village at night. Over the last few weeks, we have experienced that late September heatwave that ushers us very quickly into the depths of what feels like a very cold winter. Within hours, it felt like we've had gone from shorts and t-shirts weather to woolly hats and jumpers. And if your house has been anything like mine, you've been constantly jumping up and down to turn the heating on or off. This year, however, there's something slightly different about this seasonal change from summer to winter. That usual hustle and bustle of getting ready for a new season of programmes with our organisations, meeting our new year 8s and our new P1s while catching up with everyone else and hearing what's happened over the summer, it hasn't happened this year. This year has been one of many changes for all of us. We have had to learn a new way of existing. For many of us, we've had to get to grips more and more with the use of technology. Some of us have enjoyed the more relaxed, carefree days, and most of you guys have enjoyed the 5 months you had of no school. Whereas others, you will have had the opposite reaction to all of those. But one thing that has really impressed me from we had to close our doors to our physical programmes almost 6 months ago has been the resilience of you guys, our young people. You have made us all proud with how, in everything that has happened, you've handled it so well. There's been so much thrown at you over the last 6 months, and you have really, really stood your ground and handled that well. But now, as we turn our minds to the next few months, I wonder what other changes lie ahead of us. At the end of the road, we know there will be a return to in-person programmes, but we just don't know when that will be. But we do walk in the knowledge that it will come, and we do hope that it will be soon. And that thought reminds me of this verse from Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1. It says, "Faith shows the reality of what we hope for. It is the evidence of things we cannot see." Just like we can hold on to that reality of being back together again, playing ridiculous games and eating bags and bags of Doritos, our current reality is that we can't see that yet, but we do know it is coming. And so too do we know that the kingdom of God is coming. That day when we will meet face to face with Jesus is on its way. Just like the end of lockdown, we don't know when it's going to happen, but we know that it will. The question is, are we ready? And if not, what are we doing to be ready? And if we are ready, then how do we ensure that we stay ready? The biggest change that will ever occur in any of our lives is that change when we accept Christ into our hearts and become a Christian. 2 Corinthians chapter 5:17 tells us that this means that anyone who belongs to Christ has become a new person. The old life is gone and a new life has begun. Being a Christian involves many changes. Changes to how we act, how we think, and even for some of us, who we hang around with. The Bible tells us that our old person has gone and the new has come. We've been changed from the inside out. And as we head into this new season, as different and uncertain as it may be, what are the changes that you need to make in your life? What are some of those areas that just need a fine tune? And over the next few weeks and months, when it feels difficult, remember these words from 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verses 16 to 18. "Therefore, we do not lose heart. Though outwardly we are wasting away, inwardly we are being renewed day by day. For our light and our momentary troubles are achieving for us an eternal glory that far outweighs them all. So we fix our eyes not on what is seen, but what is unseen. Since what is seen is temporary, but what is unseen is eternal." Over the next few weeks and months, when you feel downhearted, remember this. What we have now is only temporary. Better days are coming. And just like our time on earth, one day we will get to walk in eternity with our Creator. You remember, change can be good. We just need to embrace it.